A vast steel and glass chamber echoes with murmurs. Giant screens hang above the circular council seating area. The mood is tense. A global emotion index graph flickers on screen. Redlining. Speaker, VO. Urgent over live broadcast. At 19:02 Greenwich Mean Time, a riot in Sao Paulo following the Intercontinental Cup final left 46 dead and over 300 injured. The incident marks the 12th mass casualty event linked to sports-related emotional fallout in the last 18 months. In hall, floor level, President Iyla Chowdhury, head of the World Unity Commission, steps forward. Iyla, somber, we must face what history has warned us. Sport, once the great unifier, is now a global accelerant for emotional extremism, rage, obsession, tribalism, depression. The Global Emotion Risk Council recommends a full moratorium. Effective immediately, professional and amateur sport is banned. A stunned silence, then uproar. In basement, illegal sports club, London. 2 months later, neon lights buzz. A crowd of 50 young people huddle in a dark cellar beneath a laundromat. The space smells of sweat and dust. In the center, a makeshift ring where 2 boxers circle. Liam, 17, wiry, eyes sharp with rebellion, watches from the crowd. His younger sister MIA, 14, by his side. Mia, you sure this is safe? Liam, not even a little. That's why it's real. Cheers erupt. Punch lands. One fighter drops. Announcer, Viamik, grinning. Round for knockout. Big love to the brave hearts risking everything for the old ways. You know the rules, no recordings, no names, no leaks. Mia, they'll catch us someday. Liam, then we go down swinging. In Global Media Network, AI Content Hub, morning. Talia Evans, 33, host of the state-sanctioned show Emotion Neutral, rehearses lines while an AI director adjusts lighting. Talia, reading teleprompter. And in today's Legacy File, we explore baseball, an early 20th century game that once captivated millions. Sports psychologists today agree. The highs and lows of such games contributed to long-term mood instability. She stares blankly at the camera. Talia, flatly, they called it the World Series, but only 2 countries played. Directorai, smiling avatar. Delivery, 87% neutral. Please reduce inflection on captivated millions. In school, Global Harmony Curriculum Class, Day. A classroom full of teenagers sits in orderly rows. No posters. No color. Their teacher, Mr. Tang, speaks calmly from a tablet. Mr. Tang. Today's lesson, why emotions are weapons. We begin with the football riots of 2028. Following England's loss in the Olympic quarterfinals, 16 cities experienced violence. Liam stares at the desk. His fingers sketch a goalpost in the notebook margin. Mr. Tang owes. Emotion is not a right. It is a risk. In house, dining room, night. Liam and MIA sit with their grandmother, Nana Lucy, watching a smuggled tablet in the dark. Grainy footage plays. Kobe Bryant shooting a 3-pointer. A cricket ball being caught on the boundary. Serena Williams screaming triumphantly. Mia, why'd they take it all away? Nana Lucy, because sport made us feel things we couldn't control. Joy, heartbreak, fury. It made us irrational, unpredictable. Liam, but that's being human. Nana Lucy, not in this world. In World Unity Commission, data room, night. Tech advisors hunch over monitors. A red dot pulses on the map. London. Tech 1. Another emotional spike. Looks like a crowd event. Illegal. Tech 2. We triangulate, we raid. Supervisor, OS, no. Let it grow. We need a poster case. In basement arena, 1 week later, night. Louder crowd. More fighters. The matches are streaming secretly on the black net now. Liam steps into the ring. This is his first match. Mia, be careful. Liam, whispering, for Dad. The bell rings. He fights. The crowd screams. Somewhere, someone is recording. In World Unity Commission, briefing room, next day. Awala Chowdhury reviews footage of the fight. Slow motion playback of Liam being knocked down, then rising, bloodied but grinning. Advisor, the file's gone viral in the emotion web. 3 million shares. No filters held. Awala, good. Let them remember what comes next. In Liam's home, night. A knock. Then another. Then pounding. Nana Lucy, screaming, go. Out the back. Mia, Liam, take the tablet. Share it. He runs. Sirens scream outside. XT. City Street, night. Liam dashes into alleyways, chased by drone lights. A manhole opens. He jumps in, disappears. In unknown location, night. Voice, OS, you're the one from the fight? Liam turns. A room of rebels watches him. Jerseys on the wall. Chalkboard plays. Annette, Liam, who are you? Voice, OS, we are the last league. In underground arena, the last league, night. Dim floodlights hum over a half-constructed basketball court. Old banners, torn, sacred, line the walls. Barcelona 2009.
Federer v Nadal.
India v Pakistan 2011. The air smells like rubber, rust, and memory. Liam stands in awe. Liam, you kept all this? Mira, 26, tall, fierce. Her left eye replaced by a glowing prosthetic, approaches. Mira, we kept the soul, the court, the grit, the reasons we cheered. Welcome to the last league. Liam, how is this even real? Mira, emotion didn't die. It just went underground. In Global Emotion Suppression Center, War Room, night. Director RHO, late 50s, emotionless by design, watches a feed from the fight that went viral. His eyes scan Liam's face frame by frame. RHO, pause on that moment. Still, Liam bleeding, smiling, rising again.
Ro, Condé.
That is why sport cannot return. Not the violence, the resilience, the myth-making. Agent U, we've tracked the signal to the sewer grids under District 7. Too many echoes to pinpoint. RHO, keep listening. They'll chant again. They always do. In Underground HQ Day. Mira leads Liam through the base. Mira, you think we just fight? We train. We remember. Every touchdown, every goal, every world record broken. It lives here. They pass rooms full of projection tech. Teenagers watching Simone Biles vault. An old man sketching Messi's dribble from memory. Liam, how many of you are there? Mira, enough to matter. Not enough to win. Liam, yet, in secret schoolroom, night. MIA, now hiding in a rebel safe house, watches a real football being passed between two kids. Rebel teacher, they call this the empathy orb. Teaches coordination, anticipation, respect. But really, it's just a ball. Mia, I thought this stuff made people crazy. Rebel teacher, it made them feel. When you ban feeling, you don't get peace, you get numbness. MIA kicks the ball. It bounces against a wall, echoing like thunder in her bones. In Emotion Neutral Broadcast Center, recording studio. Talia Evans, visibly shaken, rehearses her segment again. Talia, reading, athletic competition, is an obsolete ritual based on binary victory and biochemical instability. She stops. Talia, turning to camera, what if it wasn't? What if it was the last honest thing we had? Silence in the studio.
Directorai.
Deviation detected. Re-recording mandatory. Talia, overriding panel. Lock the feed. She smuggles the footage onto a hidden drive, breath racing. In the last league training gym night, Liam spars with Juno, a wrestler from the African Resistance Front. Blood, sweat, grunts. Real pain, real learning. Juno, it's not about who hits harder. It's about who keeps going. Liam, that's what my dad used to say. Juno, then he was one of us. Before the world forgot. A bell dings. Training stops. Mira enters. Mira, we're not just training anymore. There's a match next week. Liam, a real one. Mira, the first in 5 years. Winner gets more than pride. They get seen. In Global Surveillance Bureau, Night. Agent YU presents intercepted footage. Talia's secret monologue. RHO. So the infection spreads to media. YU. The broadcast never aired. But it's trending on backnets. RHO. Let it. A controlled burn exposes the roots. We're about to catch them all. In Underground, secret transmission room, Night. Mira stands before an old lens. Live to hidden screens across the world. Mira, this is not a broadcast. This is a call to memory. To anyone who ever kicked a ball and felt like they mattered. To the kid who scored and believed they could fly. Sport was never just play. It was proof that effort meant something. Liam steps in beside her. Liam, 1 week, 1 match. The first underground global final. We play for the right to feel. Mira, if they stop us, we lose more than the game. We lose being human. In small apartment, Middle East, Night. A young girl watches the transmission. Her father closes the door behind her, eyes wide. Father, was that Liv? Daughter is coming back. She holds up a hand-drawn tennis racket. In dark corridor, Global Unity HQ, Night. OLA Chowdhury watches the transmission alone, hands trembling.
Ed.
Ma'am, the underground plans to host a global event. AYLA. And if we crush it, we martyr them.
Ed.
So we let them win. AYLA. No. We join the game, publicly, and show the world why we ended it. In Arena Underground, 1 week later, Night. A massive space, deep in the earth, now rigged with ancient tech, recycled lights, and bleachers packed with the desperate, the bold, and the dreamers. Commentator OS, ladies and gentlemen, they called it madness. They called it chaos. But tonight we call it history. Mira and Liam walk into the ring. Above, satellites adjust. Cameras zoom. Governments watch. Commentator OS, the first match of the Emotional Resistance League begins now. In Underground Arena, Night. The arena roars. Not with rage, not with hate, but with raw anticipation. Makeshift flags wave. Faces glow in flickering light. Human emotion, unfiltered, pulses through the crowd like electricity. Announcer OS, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a decade, sport lives again. In player tunnel moments before match, Liam paces, heart pounding. His jersey, a stitched patchwork of old team colors. Mira tightens her gloves. Liam, what if we lose? Mira, then we lose loud. We lose seen. That's more than they ever let us have. Liam, but what if we win? She smiles. Fierce. Mira, then we wake the world. XT. Various locations. Night. Montage. In Mumbai, a cafe secretly projects the stream on a wall. In Sao Paulo, teenagers huddle around a phone in an alley, their eyes wide. In Siberia, a miner wipes his face and watches from his helmet HUD. In Lagos, kids dance barefoot on rooftops, copying the warm-up drills. Announcer OS, this match is not about teams. It's about memory. In Government Intelligence Room, Night. Director RHO stares at the live feed. RHO, they've turned it into a movement. Agent U, shut it down? RHO, no. Too fast, too viral. Cut the feed and it fuels them more. We need an emotional override, inject fear. Agent U, what kind? RHO, public arrest. Broadcasted. Maximum humiliation. In the match, midway through second half, the game, a hybrid of football, basketball, and rugby, unfolds fast and brutal. Rules shift. Crowd chants guide momentum. Mira leaps midair, slamming a ball into the center hoop. A tribal siren blares. Cheers echo like thunder. Liam defends the goal zone with bloody knuckles. Across the court, Juno charges with a grin, roaring through the defense. Announcer OS, and that's another strike from the African front. This isn't a game. It's resurrection. In Global Network Newsroom, night. Talia Evans stares into the camera, going rogue again. Talia, I know I'm supposed to report this as an unauthorized crisis event, but what I see is courage. What I see is life. Producer OS, cut her off. Talia,
Off a reading feed.
we banned sport to avoid chaos, but what we lost was connection. We lost the very stories that made us human. In Emotional Security Hub, night. Emergency meetings. Panic, tech. The feed has been mirrored across 6 continents. Supervisor, even Antarctica has a live stream. The penguins are inspired. Tech. Mimetic contagion is up 3,000%. They're not just watching, they're feeling. Row OS, then it's time. Activate protocol grief wave. In
Arena nearing final moments.
Liam sees Mira on the ground, breathing hard, blood dripping from her brow. He reaches her, helping her up. Mira, gritting teeth.
No merci.
Finish the game. He nods. As he turns to sprint, drones descend from above. Loudspeakers blare. Government drone voice. You are participating in an emotionally unauthorized activity. You will be detained. The crowd freezes. Liam, whispering, don't stop. That's what they want. Juno, then let's give them something to arrest. He hurls the ball through a blinding arc. It lands. The arena explodes in noise. XT. World streets. Same time. In London, a crowd gathers in Hyde Park, chanting, holding vintage team jerseys. In Tokyo, protesters project live footage onto skyscrapers. In Rio, a man paints a mural of the match on a train wall. In Karachi, a child writes, "We remember," in chalk on the street. Everywhere, people are watching. In Iwale Chowdhury's office, night. Iwale watches the chaos quietly. Her eyes tear up. She sees the crowd, the smiles, the tears, the fights, the healing.
Ed.
We can still spin this as treason. Iwale, no, it's not treason. It's truth. She takes off her headset, pulls a dusty cricket bat from under her desk, runs her hand along the grip. Iwale, maybe it's time we join the game. In Arena, the arrest. Liam, Mira, and others are cuffed and forced to kneel. The government drones livestream their detention.
ROVO.
Let them see their heroes fall. But the crowd doesn't flee. They kneel too, one by one, hands raised in the symbol of the old sports salute. One fist over heart. Announcer OS, they thought taking our game would take our fire. Crowd, chanting, we feel, we fight, we remember. In dark server room, secret location. Teen hacker hits enter. A button marked, #replant world. The system explodes in light. Every recorded match from history, streamed across millions of screens. From ancient Olympics to street cricket in Kenya. In Government Emotion Center, night. Sensors go berserk. Tech, sir. Every emotional channel is overloaded. It's joy. It's grief. It's euphoria. RHO. No, we were supposed to control them. Tech. You can't filter humanity forever. XT. Sky above Earth, night. A satellite camera zooms out slowly. From orbit, you can see glowing stadiums, one by one, lighting up across continents. Announcer VO. And thus, the league did not return. It was reborn. The day the rules broke. XT. Earth. Global time-lapse. Dawn to dusk. A sweeping montage from country to country. Empty fields now hold matches. Rooftops echo with bouncing balls. Old gymnasiums reopen. Kids chalk goalposts. Adults watch tearfully from windows. Humanity is playing again.
Announcer VO.
They called it the emotional reawakening. One match became 1,000. 1,000 became 1,000,000. and every one of them broke the law and rewrote it. In World Unity Commission, War Room, Day. RHO, hair disheveled, paces as screens display scenes of global unrest, but also joy, celebrations, hugs, cheers. Agent U, sir. Emotion containment systems have collapsed. None of the calibrators can keep pace. RHO, of course not. The virus isn't the footage. It's hope. And it's mutating. YU, what do? RHO, we do what we always do. We reset the narrative. YU, even if it means fabricating a crisis? RHO, especially if it does. In underground holding cell, night. Liam, Mira, Juno, and a dozen other Last League members sit shackled. Light flickers above. Guards patrol outside the bars. Liam, if they broadcast our arrest, it'll scare people back into silence. Juno, not if we make our trial louder than our game. Mira, calmly, let them take us to court. Let the whole world watch. Liam, you think they'll give us a real trial? Mira, no. But we'll turn it into one anyway. In Global Emotion News Network, studio, morning. Talia Evans walks into the studio. The producer glares. Producer, you're suspended. Indefinitely. Talia, good. Because I'm going freelance. She tosses a hard drive on the desk. Talia ONT'd. Every moment from the underground match. Every expression, every score, every tear. You won't stop this. No one will. In Public Forum Broadcast, Virtual Stadium, a new experimental tribunal, globally streamed, hosted in a massive virtual arena designed to look like an old Olympic stadium. Judge Avatar floats above. The defendant's holograms stand tall in the center of the arena. Judge Avatar, you are charged with inciting mass emotional disruption through the forbidden act of competitive sport. Mira, smiling, we plead guilty of being alive. In real-world courtroom, private feed, night. Ola Chowdhury, silently watching the proceedings alone, picks up a dusty rulebook. Global Unity Protocol, Emotional Safety Mandate, revised 2031. She flips to the back. A handwritten note by her predecessor. If one day emotion returns stronger than fear, let it. In tribunal, the defense speaks. Liam steps forward. Liam, we were taught emotion is danger, but we say it's direction. We say anger made revolutions. Sorrow wrote symphonies. Passion flew rockets. Mira, you banned sport because you feared chaos. But in its absence, the world decayed. Numbness is not peace. It's death with a pulse. Juno, we didn't break the rules. The rules broke us. Crowd avatars around the virtual stadium erupt in spontaneous applause. In government broadcast hack, secret signal. A rebel hacker infiltrates the main network and hijacks the feed. Voice, OS, this broadcast is now everyone's.
No edits. No filters.
Instantly, feeds from every part of the world begin to pour in. A blind boy scoring a goal in Morocco. An amputee racing in Mexico City. Two rival gangs in Chicago playing basketball together. The crowd watching the trial sees it all. In Rose's office, night. RHO watches, speechless. His monitors glitch with cheering crowds. A single notification blinks red. Emotional ban repeal vote. 12 hours until global referendum. YU, they're voting now, sir. RHO, it won't matter. If they bring back sport, the world gets unpredictable again. YU, maybe unpredictable is what we needed all along. XT. Streets of cities worldwide, dawn. People line up. Voting booths appear virtual, mobile, analog. On every form, one question: should the global ban on sport be lifted? Children clutch their parents' hands. Old players wear their team jackets for the first time in years. Even police officers drop their helmets to vote. In Last League cell, night. A guard enters. Silent. He unlocks the door. Guard, you're free. Liam, what happened? Guard, softly. The world remembered who it was. They exit into daylight. For the first time in months, The sun feels like a cheer. XT. Global Unity Plaza. Live announcement. Night. Outlawed Chowdhury stands at a podium before the world. Outlawed. The referendum results are clear. 91% voted to lift the emotional ban on sport. It is my honor and my relief to declare sport no longer a crime. The crowd erupts. Fireworks, laughter, tears. Across the world, people pour into streets with balls, rackets, gloves, and joy. XT. Rooftop night. MIA plays keepy uppy with a soccer ball, smiling, lit by city lights. Liam, bruised but free, watches from the ledge. You ready to play again? Liam, always. XT. Opening ceremony stadium 1 year later, day. The world watches in stunned awe. A new stadium, part traditional, part holographic, rises like a phoenix from the ruins of the old. The arena's roof is woven with solar film. Virtual banners wave alongside real ones. Fans from every country cheer as drones capture the moment from the sky. Announcer OS, today marks 1 year since the repeal. 1 year since we chose emotion over order, passion over silence, humanity over fear. In New Emotion Council Chamber, morning. The former World Unity Commission now sits transformed, no longer a banned force, but an ethics body, the Emotion Council. On its walls hang murals of moments from history. Jesse Owens, Billie Jean King, Muhammad Ali, Messi, Biles, Tendulkar. Outlawed Chowdhury stands at the center. Outlawed. We didn't just bring sport back. We redesigned it for the future, with guardrails for mental wellness and respect for emotion as both right and responsibility. In Training Center, the last league. Once rebels, now mentors Mira, Juno, and Liam train the next generation. The place is open to all. Kids, elders, people with disabilities, even former enforcers. Mira, this isn't just a field. It's a proving ground for heart. Skill can win a game, but empathy wins a future. She tosses a glowing ball to Liam.
Mira, Condé.
Show them how we play now. In school, global history class, day. MIA, now a young teacher, stands in front of a smartboard labeled Forbidden Joys of the 21st Century. Mia, so what do we call the years between 2030 and 2040? Kid 1, the quiet decade. Kid 2, the sleepwalk era. Mia, good guesses. But history now calls it the pause, when the world forgot how to cheer, and then remembered. XT, rebuilt stadium, final match of the emotional World Games. Crowds thunder, flags wave. No corporate sponsors, just nations, neighborhoods, and raw belief. Announcer OS, and now, the final match of the inaugural emotional World Games. Born from resistance, watched by billions. No ads, no censorship, just play. In locker room, Team Humanity. Liam suits up. He looks into a mirror, sees his past. The underground fight, the cuffs, the protest signs, the glowing stadium. Mira enters, smiling. Mira, full circle. Huh? Liam, feels more like a new game. Mira, win or lose. Liam, doesn't matter. We already scored the goal that counts. XT. Field. The final match begins. A massive countdown. Global feeds sync. A glowing orb at the center. The players take positions. One team, one name on every jersey. Humanity. Liam lifts his hand. Liam, ready? The crowd answers not with cheers, but with a unified gesture, fist over heart, the symbol of the resistance.
Liam, Condé.
Then let's show them what emotion can do. Montage. The world in play. A grandmother in Ghana coaching a street team. A refugee child in Greece lifting a gold medal. A village in Nepal rebuilding its old volleyball court. A stadium in Detroit covered in murals of players past and present. AI avatars competing alongside humans in emotional regulation matches. Tech and flesh, side by side.
Announcer, VO.
This isn't just about sport anymore. It's about choosing to feel, to connect, to rise. In final minute match tied, Liam sprints downfield. He passes. He dodges. He falls. Stands. Looks to the goal. The ball comes. He shoots. The camera freezes just before the ball crosses the line. XT. Sky above earth. Wide shot. The world. Mid-cheer. Mid-hope. Mid-heartbeat.
Narrator. VO.
They tried to ban emotion. They tried to sterilize the soul. But in the end, all it took was one game to bring it back. Black screen. Text appears. To play is to feel. To feel is to live. Never forget either again. The end.